Hello, everyone. This is Samantha coming to you from My Dolly Dreams Came True. Y'all say hello to all of our besties and happy Friday. RB Jules Barbie has some amazing guests with us today. We even have Christy. Hey, girl, turning back to hang out with us for a little bit. And yeah, so I'm going to turn it back over to RB Jules Barbie and get started. Hello, everyone. This is RB Jules Barbie. As Samantha has mentioned, happy Friday. Y'all, whew, still winded, not gonna lie. But we're gonna move forward. Thank you so much in advance for going down the rabbit hole with me on doll collecting and things of that nature. You just never know where the Most High God will allow you to go, and I just went with it. And I don't, that's that. So y'all, today we are going to unbox this beautiful doll, and I thought I would, have Christy hang out with us today because we are going to do some comparisons with this doll and talk about things that they did and didn't do when they had the other special doll. Okay, so we know that this is Barbie deluxe style number 6. And let me move girlfriend over so I can have more room to twirl this box a bit. This is Barbie deluxe number 6 and style number 6. And we see all of the dolls, which I did not get and will not get. Will not get. Can y'all look to see if that's the male, please? Look out the windows. Oh, look! You can look out the window or the door, see if that's the male. Thank you. And so she's the only one that I wanted in this series. And so.
Yeah, it was.
Was it going up or down?
It just passed around.
See if there's something outside the door. So we are going to, y'all, real life is happening because real life is happening. So we are going to unbox the doll and make sure the door is locked. And I gotta cut the top of this open. Sit that right there. Okay, so I did get some, what's not really considered doll mail, but I did get something that's doll related, Barbie related actually. And since it came in the middle of the video, I think I might share it with you. It might be nostalgic for some, definitely for me. And I'll share it after after we open this doll. So let's take her out so we can look at her, and as we can see that she was very easy to come out of the box. I need to try to make sure I be in frame a little more because sometimes I'm not. And y'all, I do have a doll stand. I do. But let's just take a look at her. She is so pretty. And I do like the peachy orangey makeup that they do have on her because they did it right, y'all. They did it right because y'all know the way that Mattel does doll makeup is my pet peeve. They did it right. And her face screening is beautiful, I think. She doesn't look too greasy or anything. Some of the lines do look a little sharp, in her face paint. And I love her baby hairs. They are very, very defined. Love that. And we're going to take her out and put her on a doll stand, and we're going to look at her further. But I've been wanting this doll now for months. And I just had to wait until I was able to get her. And it's just that simple. Just like that. It's like that sometimes. You know, you can't get, some people can get every doll that comes out when they come out. And I used to be one of those persons who could do that. But you know what? It's not like that for me now. It could be like that for me in the future. But I still would only focus on dolls that I want, you know. And, or I may do just what I've been doing, you know. She has really long hair. Let me cut these rubber bands because it's like a million of them holding her hair down. And then let me pull this, because it is, are there stays? Yeah, they are. Let me pull her head because there are stays in her head, and that's those little things. So, and yeah, I think we're good with that. Okay. And let's put girlfriend on a doll stand. And before I do that, she does have the points. She does have quite a few points of articulation with her head and her elbow and her hand and her leg. So she doesn't have all the points of articulation. She doesn't have it in her waist or in her ankles, but she has more than enough of the articulation where I am indeed satisfied with it. So let me put her on the doll stand. Okay, let me get her on here. There we go. Because you know sometimes these doll stands be looking they act kind of weird. So okay, so let's have her. Her eyes are a little glazed, a little bit shiny, as you can see there. But it's not nothing that I would get really big over. And I still got to get one of the stays out of her head. So she actually does have the same exact dress as Christy. And I'm going to point out a few things before I stand them up side by side. And we can see she has really long, beautiful hair, which I will redo. And like I said, her baby hairs are very defined. And she really looks the same as Christy. I don't have a problem with it, but there's no defining things except that they're different girls with the exact same thing on. So I am going to stand her up side by side for a second so you can see just that. They have the same exact thing on. Let me see. Will this chair help her, because she is kind of flat-footed. Are we starting a new thing where my dolls are falling in the videos? Let me know. Oh, so all because I'm trying to do a little something. But we are going, and then too, there is a space in this table, I will not lie, where the dolls have like the hardest time standing up. And there's a space in my table where that happens. So I'm going to put this chair right here and see prayerfully Miss Christie can stand up in front of the chair. So you know what? Maybe I need to turn the chair backwards. Maybe that'll help, huh? Let me me see, because this chair does tilt back. So let's see if that, she just has to fall. There we go. And there we go. And girl, don't be violent. Maybe it's a thing that girlfriend don't like that they got on the same dress, and she would rather not be standing here with Christy. Well, it is too bad. Let me see. Sorry, y'all, but this is going to work. We are going to do this, and girlfriend gonna behave. Okay, because I'm trying to do some comparisons. Whew. Let's see. Sorry if she looks a little. Ooh, that's a lot of light. Okay. We all know how Chrissy look in real time, so my light is weird right now. But anyway, let's do some comparisons. Guess what? There really isn't any. They have on the same exact glasses, earrings, necklace, dress, and shoes, purse, and everything. Now, when they had the exclusive, hard to find, I can't think of that doll's name. Barbie's friend. Y'all know who she is. It's gonna come to me. Anyway, when they had her as an exclusive doll, they were dressed like, but there were some differences. You know, she had on a different necklace. I can't remember if they had the same purse, but they did have some differences. In these two dolls, they have absolutely no differences at all, except for the fact that they are two different dolls. That's about it. That they are two different dolls, and they are both gorgeous, by the way. And I'm not gonna touch them because, yeah, perfectionism is gonna make me make them fall again, and we're not gonna do that. But here they are, y'all, side by side. The original one that came with the series, and the sought after Miss Christie, who I am glad that I do have in my doll family. The light is making her look weird. Okay. That probably didn't help, but there you go. It's making them look weird. And I think they're both beautiful. Skin complexions, cheekbones, because there are women out there who really do look like both of these dolls. And I actually can name a couple. I won't, but I can. And they're famous people, really. And more so when they were in their younger days. But they have the same everything. There's no difference. The same earrings. The only difference is the hair and the hair color, and the length. Her length is probably a little bit longer than hers, and the hair color. That's about the only two things that's different. With the other two dolls, they did have some differences, even though that they wore the same exact dress. Because Midge, the sought after Midge, I knew it would come to me. I wound up having to make jewelry that fit her because the Barbie that the other Barbie, because Midge, she had on white jewelry. Oh, did she? Can't remember. But I wound up making jewelry for her, and they didn't do that. They the same exact thing, dress and everything. And I believe, and this just is my opinion, for her to be the sought after Christie, and they're bringing her back. I think they should have given her just a little bit more than they did the doll in the regular series. I really do. Because Christy just deserves that deserves that much respect. And I know she's a doll and she's plastic, and that's why I say it's just my opinion, you know. But if I was working at Mattel, I probably would have said the same thing. But anyway, and yeah, they look just alike. They really do. And that's them right there together. Yep. So I'm glad I have both of them. As I mentioned, I'm still getting used to Christy. Um, but she's beautiful. And y'all, we are definitely going to restyle both of these dolls and give these dresses a break because it is messing with my anxiety. The colors are just not hitting right with me, but that's okay. And not to say that they aren't beautiful, because they are. They really are. And yeah, that's really all I have in terms of these beautiful dolls. So we're going to turn her back around and put her chair up like this, and then I'm going to undo an unboxing with you. I'm going to, yeah, and just share something that I got that's, you know, doll, like I said, doll related. And I say it that way because it's not a doll. It really isn't. Um, it's more of a craft. And so I'm going to push her back here. So now she sits still, right? She's sitting still and not falling. So the box is sealed. So give me a second while I actually open up the box. And yeah, now open up the box. Again, when I say that things reached to the point of my healing in my doll world, even things like this that I'm ready to show you is a pure example of how it's still important in terms of my healing. You hear me opening up the box. And some of you will know exactly what this kind of craft is. And some of you may have never heard of it. I'll make no assumptions. And I do mean none. I'm just excited to have it in my life because, yeah. Oh, I can get it out the box. So let's move Christy over because I don't want her to get knocked over, and don't want the ponies to fall either. And let's push. She can come over here, and everybody can watch together. And prayerfully, I got enough room to share exactly what this is. So I do. Have y'all ever seen this? This is a latch hook set. Yep. And the first time, this is a Barbie latch hook set. And believe it or not, it looks like a rug, but it's not. You can turn it into a pillow. Yep, you really can. Because I thought they were rugs too until I started doing more research. Because, back in the day, first time I was seeing a latch hook set, I was 9. And yeah, so this was a company that put this out, probably put all the other ones out too. And they don't have the price of what it originally was, the original price of it was. But anyway, so yeah. So recently, sometimes I go down the Barbie rabbit hole. And in doing so, y'all, sometimes the nostalgia really does hit. And it did for me because I didn't even know that they had Barbie latch hook sets, because the first time that I actually got a latch hook set, I was 9. I was 9 years old. Okay. And that was a little bit ago. Let me stop playing, because for those of y'all who have celebrated my birthday with me know that I'm actually 54 and I am not ashamed of it. So I was 9 years old the very first time that I ever saw any latch hook set. I didn't even know what a latch hook set was. and I got it as a Christmas gift. The one that I had looked like a strawberry. Will I go back and get that? Absolutely not. Um, because I really don't want to be reminded for that year for a whole slew of reasons that I will not talk about on this channel ever. And unless God lead me to do so, so I ain't gonna never say never. It's just that it's not in my mindset, nor am I ready to talk on that level yet. But anyway, um, so I got one, and I didn't finish it. You know, I read the directions and everything, and it took me a long time to like get with it. And 9-year-old me really wasn't into it. I think I did finish like half of it. I don't know what really happened to the rug actually when we moved. You know, sometimes when you move, things get lost. And that was one of the things, the whole thing, the latch hook and all the pre cut rug uh, pieces that go into creating the picture or the pillow or whatever it is that you would do with the latch hook set. All of it got lost, and I never revisited it again. Um, I did do crochet, um, but I only after I did like one blanket, I didn't do that either. Um, because I love art. I love art. Period. Whether it's fiber arts, and that's what this would fall under, fiber art. Um, Designing and handcrafting art jewelry, which that's what I love. And I just love art. Period. Don't paint yet. But anyway, um, I just never thought about it again from then until about a month ago. And what really made me get back into this, you know, I did a therapy session and I was running out of things to do that actually would calm my nervous system down and help me to decompress. And so um, I thought about it. You know, I just happened to I just typed in latch hook sets. You know, because I have my daughters actually. I really do. And she completed two of them, and two or three of them she hasn't. So I'm going to do those as well. And so when I was looking at hers, because that's how it happened. I was looking at crochet videos, and I went in the back and I looked at all this stuff because I have a lot of my daughter's crafts. Like I have her crochet yarn hooks and all of that stuff. And yeah, I know how to crochet, but am I proficient in it where I can do granny squares and all that? Nope. But I will be because I'm kind of like getting back into certain things. You know how when you are younger and then at some point in life, and you don't have to be older to be revisited. It's just happened to happen that way for me. Life was life and yeah, I didn't think about carrying my arts with me at that level to the next level. Um, I didn't think about looking at it as a way to de-stress and decompress and keep my nervous system together. I never thought about that at all. And actually, another beautiful doll person in my community did an Instagram uh, podcast about that very thing. But and it made me think that I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I did not do that at all. And even when I was carrying my children, my life was so stressed out that, you know, blessedly, all of my children, they were born, you know, healthy and without complications or a lot of complications. Well, my last son had to do an emergency C-section because he, you know, kept his breathing kept stopping. But anyway, um, but I never thought about keeping up with Barbie. I never thought about doing crafts. I never thought about doing any of those things, period, as a way to um, keeping me calm. I didn't. And I definitely didn't like the word hobby, because this here is definitely something that could fall under that word. And it's a trigger word for me because I've been teased and ridiculed about the things that I was doing, and harassed. And the word hobby was used in a very negative form that I really just don't associate with it. So, but even though that's that, when I looked at the latch hook sets that my daughter had, I thought to myself, I said, I wonder if they have any for Barbie. So, me and my friend eBay looked it up. Sure enough, they have one, they have four latch hook sets. I have the other one. The one is in the shape of a heart that I'm still working on. And this is a new one, as you can tell. This one just came in the mail. And there's another one that I want. It's only one other one that I want out of the four. And then I said, after I get that one and I complete those three, then I'll go in and complete the other ones that my daughter has. And they really help me. Let me get to it. They really help me, because what I do is at nighttime when I can't sleep and my nervous system is like at the power of 20, the exponent of 20 times whatever, and I just can't sleep, and it's just going crazy. I'll whip out the latch hook set, and I'll do a few rows and find something to look at on YouTube, and it does help. But I slowed down on it because I'm like closer to being finished, and I wanted to get the other one so I could start working on it on the next one. And so now I have it, so now I can go and finish it. When I finish the other one, I'll show you what it looks like. And yeah, it's a craft that's associated with Barbie, and it helps. And if Barbie isn't it, there may be other crafts that can help you if you have, need to de-stress and decompress. Find other, crafts and, passions that, can help you decompress, de-stress, and bring you happiness and joy in your life. So, yeah, y'all have a wonderful weekend. Live, love, and enjoy life on purpose. You know, um, there are things in this world that we can't control, but we can't let it dominate us in our everyday lives. And find your own reasons to be happy and have joy in your life. A lot of it can be free, doesn't have to cost a lot or cost anything. And, you know, just be happy and decompress, and don't let anyone steal your joy or your happiness. And until next week, do all the happy things to so that you can know that I've uploaded a video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and turn on your notification button. And until next week, may your dolly dreams continue to come true.